So I'll say um like 400 characters. I really don't want it to be that long. Maybe I should say like 350 characters. Uh, yeah. I mean, 350 is like probably too much. But, uh, hmm. I can make it like, maybe I'll make it like 300. Because like, I really don't want these to be very long. What's the longest one I've written, I guess? Or I wonder. I think the longest one I've written is, what one is it? Oh, the Malady. Malady's really wordy. How long is this one? Uh, I'm just gonna punch it into. I was gonna punch it into Twitter, but I don't have Twitter open right now. So wait, hold on. I'll just put it here because in these cells I'm like counting the length. So yeah, my longest one is only 240 characters. So you know what? I'm gonna call it like 200. I'm gonna say like 200. What is it? Like I'm gonna say 200. 275. I think is the limit. Actually, no. To technically be 274, but that doesn't really matter. 274 characters is the limit. Yeah. All right. Uh, which feels like an arbitrary limit. How's that going to present itself in the form itself? Like how's that going to show up? Like all right. So what happens if I exceed the limit? What happens if I exceed the character limit? I feel like I must have exceeded it by now. I guess it doesn't check until. Yeah, it must be fewer than. All right, so it does say 274 characters. Uh, um, oh, that's kind of awkward that it lets you type all of that, and and it doesn't tell you until the end. So I should probably I should probably specify that that's a requirement. And then yeah, so the outcomes I want to be even like shorter than that. So I'll just stipulate that as the text validation, I guess, for these. Uh, and like I'm not thrilled with this form, but it's better than it could be. So, uh, um, oh yeah, and I should put in a description here, so it's not just a So right, so uh, oh wait, actually, hold on one second. When I was looking at the live form and I was on page two, okay, yeah, I was like, did it keep the? I noticed that it kept the title. I was just curious if it kept the text there, but I guess it doesn't. Okay, so vote. Uh, all right, yeah, I think I have a handle on what we're working with here. So right, so uh, 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 maximum. So I'll say like max 274 characters. Yeah. Actually, maybe I'll make it 280. 280 is a nicer rounder number. So that yeah, I think that's reasonable. Uh, right, and I should actually change it so that is the truth. Uh, okay. Uh, I'll put that in parentheses or something. Whoops, I'll put that in parentheses just so. Whoops, oh gosh, what am I doing? Oh no, I know how to type, kind of. Uh, I'll put these in parentheses, so it's a little more subtle, slightly, slightly more subtle. And then yeah, so then the outcomes, I think I'm gonna limit these to like even shorter. Yeah. Oh right, because it has all the follow up text to it. So I might limit these to like 100 characters or something. Did I ever get really wordy with one of these things? I mean, I guess this one's kind of wordy. Oh no, you know where I got really wordy is the ogre cave. Uh, yeah, this is like really wordy, and this one's too wordy actually. Like if anything, I should shorten this one. Yeah, wow, 161 characters. Uh, 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 yeah, no, I should shorten this. So, uh, 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 the ogres, uh, ogres, uh, stop for a moment, then, uh, then, then run to, then run to their massive, stone totem. They kneel and chant Grubak as you slink away quietly. That's shorter, a little bit. How short is that? 126, better. Alright. Alright, so yeah, because if I'm setting up rules for like how, hey, that you're Van, how's it going? Welcome. Uh, yeah, if I'm setting up rules for like how events can be set up, I should follow the rules myself. So, alright. Uh, yeah, okay, so failed outcome, so like this should be, max 140 characters maybe? I don't know. Seems fine. Data validation, text, maximum character count. Not minimum character count, maximum character count. 140. Good. And yeah, like with the other ones, text, maximum character count, 140, 140. Oops, nope. Accidentally posted that whole text thing in here. Max 140 characters. Let me copy that real quick. Yeah. I'm on a stair climber is what I'm on. Yes, that you are not imagining that. Um, so I've had it for a while, but for a while I didn't actually use it, and just relatively recently I've just gotten more comfortable streaming. Like it doesn't take as much of my mental bandwidth anymore, um, to like just keep everything going, and so I I think it actually helps like the just the movement, like just staying active, staying more like less inert, more like I don't know, just like energized. I like it. It's a much preferable state to be in, just to like live and to exist, is to be like up and moving. Okay, so action three outcome optional. What am I doing? Oh yeah, I'm adding in the data validation for the text. Why is the default minimum character count? I guess because they like I don't know, they want people to like be answering these questions, but like minimum character count is a kind of a mean thing, in my opinion. It like it it's like I don't know. I like brevity. And if you can pull off brevity, then like more power to you. All right, so yeah, oops, yeah, I didn't put in the maximum character count thing here. I said it correctly, right? Yeah, 140 characters. Uh, so yeah, I should probably go. Huh? Nah, 140 characters is fine. Okay. Uh, yeah, cool. Uh, I set those correctly. Fewer than 280 characters. I'm just like, I'm thinking I like might have accidentally fewer than 140 characters. All right. I'm thinking like I might have accidentally made it one of them must be greater than 140 characters, and that would be the opposite of what we would want. Okay. Oh yeah, and it's gonna be. Well, yeah. No, the validation should be fine for that because not entering any because these ones are optional, and so not entering any text is fewer than 140 characters. So no matter how it works, it should work. Okay, so now I can actually, if I'm satisfied with this, I can actually start setting up the rest of the form, because this is only like one of the this is only one of the event types, and the other event types are going to have slightly different messaging with like how it's conveyed. Okay, so yeah, so uh, yeah. So vote. I should explain the text right here. So players elect an this event succeeds, or this type of event succeeds if players can decide on a single action. Yeah. Sure. That's probably satisfactory. I don't need to go into detail. I just want like a little bit of extra, uh, whatever. Uh, I, yeah, I was gonna say, I was gonna like put in the bit about like how two actions, oops, how each event must have at least two actions. But I guess that's kind of covered by the fact that you have to like action one outcome and action two outcome are required questions, right? Because these all three are required, then like hopefully that's fairly clear. And I mean like for this one in particular, I think for events in general, like it's not going to be hard to realize that you want more than one action, more than one possible action. And if it's not clear, then the player will figure it out in the not distant future. Um, yeah. All right. So I think this is fine now. Good. So now I'll like clone it up, I guess. And it's gonna be a lot less painful to clone now because there's only like what like 7 things, 8 things. Okay. So the next one will be oh, sorry. Oh, I zoned out of chat for a little while. Oh, cool. Uh, uh, multiple choices. Wait, oh. Oh yeah, yeah. I guess all the events. Yeah, I should probably get rid of all this stupid interactivity and like all the events should be just like, you know, uh, um, hark, uh, uh, type X to adventure. Uh, how's that? uh, uh, okay. So yeah. Okay. Let's yeah. So I'll start cleaning this up. Duplicate. So yeah. So the duplicate is vote X. I'll just duplicate it first, and then I'll go in and set it up. Oh yeah, I kind of want this to be on the bottom. Oh, but it sucks moving things all the way down to the bottom. Huh. So I should put like a. I'm just gonna clone it above. Oh, so I should go in reverse order, I guess. Yeah. So this should actually be random X. Uh, uh, Actually, this will be random, and the one that is currently vote will be. Oh no, wait, no. This. Oh wait, no, this is perfect. Vote will be this. This one will be vote. The one that I'm cloning right now will actually be the real version of it, and to set it up, I'm going to clone. Yeah, right. So I'm gonna like kind of do it backwards. I'm gonna clone it the other way. So the original becomes the clone, sort of. Alright, so failed outcome. Doop doop. I guess it's not super convenient to do it either way. Whatever. Just go. Uh, yeah, this is not the. Huh. There's a lot of there's some things like the way this like UI is set up. Like there's some nice things about it, which might imply that like it's gonna be usable and like nice and convenient. And then there's like other things about it that are just not those things. Yeah. But whatever. Alright, so action 2 outcome, blah blah. Action 3 outcome, doop doop. And then so actually maybe first I'll just yeah, maybe I should just clone like make all of the clones up front. Nah, I might realize something as I'm like working on the additional clones, and the more duplication I do up front, the more duplication ironically it will require in the long run. So oh shoot, I was not paying attention to that event. Yeah. Uh, I'm I'm the worst at adventure protospasm. I'm sorry. I'm just like oof. Uh, all right. So, hey. Uh, so yeah, I guess I'll convert this to. Yeah, I'll just convert. No, I'll go down the list. So this will be vote X. Vote X. And so, oh yeah, actually, so interesting thing about vote X is that, oh yeah, so wait, so, so actions, so each action, can succeed if enough, players, choose, each action can succeed if enough players choose them, I guess. Uh, choose it. Each action can succeed if enough players choose it. Uh, and so yeah, so the thing about this is that uh, uh, yeah, so it can be multi. There's no failed outcome, and so instead of if the first action wins, it's actually if the first action gets the most uh, is most popular. Uh, yeah. So it's not because it's not literally about winning this time. It's like because it's actually completely separate from the success fail system, sort of. Like even if none of the if even if none of the uh, even if what was I gonna say? Even if none of the outcomes are specifically successful, there's still like even if none of the actions are specifically successful, then there's still an outcome that is most popular. The largest minority, I guess, is what would be in that case. So what happens if the fourth action is most popular? Uh, yeah. Hey, respect, respect controllers. How's it going? Welcome. Um, all right. So, is there other things that I have to change about this, or I mean, the rest of it. I think the rest of it's the same. All right. So that's vote X. So, yeah. All right. So I'll just keep on duping these things. Uh, yeah. So then, duplicate this. I'm just gonna dupe all of them and then move it around, just cause. Dupe, 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 dupe. So what I'm working on now is actually fairly rote. So I think I could probably answer questions if like this would be a fine time if anyone had any questions they've been dying to ask. I'm pretty sure this is not gonna what I'm working on right now is not gonna occupy like all of the language centers of my brain, so I could probably manage to say other things while working on it. No guarantees, but I'm willing to give it a shot, just in case anyone had anything that they'd been dying to ask. And if not, I guess I'll just reminisce about the wonderful days of I don't know what. Oh no, I guess I could talk a little bit about. I could talk a little bit. Well, no, actually, I'm gonna set up the next event type. Balance is the next event type, if I recall correctly. Hold on, how did I set it up? Yeah, balance and balance X. Okay. So. So this event succeeds if players can work together to achieve, or work together by choosing all the action by covering all available actions. Okay. Do, do. Oops. Typos. This type of event succeeds if players can decide on a single action. So in this type of event, each action can succeed if players choose it. Yeah. So this event succeeds if players can work together by covering all available options, or work together to cover all available options. Doop-a-doop. All right. So this one, this has a neutral outcome, which is not a failed outcome, actually. I guess I don't have to duplicate this one in particular, but whatever. I did. I chose to. Yeah, no. There's a failed outcome. No, this is the success outcome. Success outcome. What happens if the players cover all actions. Yeah. And so, yeah, in this case, it's a little reversed, because like the positive outcomes are, the positive outcome is the generic outcome, and the less positive outcomes are the individual outcomes. So this is, in this case, it's so what happens if too many players choose the first action? What happens if too many players choose the first action? Oh yeah, so what happens if too many players choose the first action? What happens if not enough players choose the other actions? That's kind of like the guiding question here for setting up these outcomes. So again, second action. Doop-a-doop. It's a little wordy. But whatever. Doop-a-doop. So yeah, what happens if third action? Doop-a-doop. Blammo. What happens if enough players choose the other actions? Or what happens if not enough? Choose the fourth action. I mean, I guess I could shorten that a little bit. What happens if too many players choose the third action? What happens if not enough players choose the other actions? Because that sounds like it's two questions. So actually, maybe I should just say it like, what happens if What happens if not enough? If too many players choose the first action, and not enough players choose the other action. So, uh, uh, yeah. That's probably slightly better phrasing. Slightly less wordy. Slightly less uh, much. Action and doop doop. Oh yeah. So the other thing I was thinking of talking about is like possibly what happens after after side quest, right? What happens when I decide that side quest is like doing okay? And I'm actually not sure about that. I have some ideas. I know stuff that I want to try. I don't know. Yeah, I still haven't decided. I mean, I'm not at the point where I have to make that decision yet exactly. So I haven't. I literally just haven't yet. I could. I mean, it's a little premature to talk about that stuff because, like, I mean, the only reason it came up is because I was thinking of like leaving side quest in a state where I don't think it feels done. And I don't want to do that. I want to actually like finish it satisfactorily. Uh, so yeah, no, I guess I don't really have to be thinking about that yet. But I'm also, I mean, like it's the sort of thing that I look forward to in some regards because like, well, for one thing, it'll indicate that I've reached a point where side quest is actually like really good, and I don't have to. Oh wait, okay, I'm paying attention this time. Uh, so I'm going to distract the guards. Just there we go. Look, I uh, I will distract the guards because I am totally helping. Blam! Look at that. Look how helping I am right now. Aren't I really good right now? All of a sudden, I'm not always this good at helping. But look, here we are. All right. Uh, uh, yeah. So not only am I excited about my next project, or like moving on to another project because it'll mean that side quest is done. I want to do something cool with the next project. I mentioned it a few times on stream before. um, I mentioned it a few times on stream before that I think for my next project I want to do something a little different. I want to do something like, and again, I'm not 100% that this is what I will do, but what I want to do is something similar to what we've done in the past with Signal Jams. I want to do another collaborative project, but I think I might want to do it on a slightly bigger scale, possibly. Like I might want to do more than just a several day sort of thing. Uh, I I tend to like sometimes I hurry a little bit with oops, I didn't need the success outcome for this one. Wait, do I? No, there's a success outcome for Balance X, I think. I'll have to remind myself whether that's true or not. I think yeah, there's totally a success outcome. Yeah, there's totally a success outcome for Balance X. Okay. Sorry, don't mind me. Um uh uh um yeah, so I like yeah, so I guess to summarize like what I might want to do for next project, it might just be like basically like Signal Jam Turbo, or like, Signal Jam like next level Signal Jam. Um I don't know though. I guess I'm still trying to figure out exactly what I want to do there. For one thing, it'd be a nice change of pace from what I've been doing because like one of the things that people are least excited about, I find in the stream, and actually that's kind of like what I'm trying to accommodate today as well, is that people don't like the barrier between like I don't like the barrier between like what I'm doing and everyone else. Um, I'm fine working within working within the barrier because I can work independently, but it'd be cool if we could like work on collaborative stuff. Like it's not like I don't like working with other people. It's that I don't like I mean like and it's not even that I don't like. It's just that the logistics of like monetizing a product that involves like parties from like every corner of the world would be like insane. But I don't know. Like when able, I do enjoy that sort of thing. So yeah, I might try and make the next project that opportunity. Uh, I miss it. It's been a long time since the last Signal Jam. It's been about 2 months since the last Signal Jam, and I had been doing one like per month. So yeah. All right. So also I just I think like with each project I work on, like I've been working on it for progressively longer and longer for because the hold on, let me type this first, and then I'll get back to that thought. Balance X. This event succeeds if so this event succeeds unless players. This event succeeds unless too many players choose. Too many players all choose the same action. What? Wait a second. Why did event type 5 not work? Or why did our plan not work? That was event type 5. At least it should have been. Some of the events were set up wrong, so what is that one? That one's what is that event called? Betrayal, Boulder, Cricket, Ransom, Rescue. Excuse me. It's event type 5. Yeah. Wait. Event type 5. Oh, no, I changed how event type 5 works. It used to be that would have succeeded, that it would have been fine as long as we hit 50-50. But I changed the way the event type. Yeah, no. I changed the way the event type works, and so you actually have to hit 33 30. If there are three options, you actually have to hit 33 33 33. It's actually not sufficient to just hit 50-50. Yeah, it used to be the case that if you planned and distracted the guards, like the people could escape themselves, like as long as you were distracting the guards. Like apparently the plan was for them. That was the plan. I don't know, but then I changed it. In general, for those event types, like it was part of like a big rework that I did, because like that was like my like the whole yeah. So the whole prisoners escape themselves rationale was like that kind of like was just what I was like with the story that I was coming up with for that particular win scenario. But then for other events, it didn't make as much sense to like completely like miss out on one. Um, um, yeah. All right. Interestingly enough, that like with that particular event type, you actually can succeed at that one single-handed because it's multi because it's event type multi. So for example, if I had instead of just distracting the guards, if I had also sneaked or yeah. Anyways, all right. Like I said, I'm a bad adventurer. I need to be playing this game more, and so I will do that, and I'll get better. I promise. I'll get better eventually. Excuse me. All right. So what were we working on? I mean, apart from the fact that I suck at this game, I think it's been working fairly well. Like I think things have been going correctly. Pretty sure. Oh, do I have a silver star? No, I guess I wouldn't. But the star. Oh, yeah, I'm sorry. I'm just gonna look at the graphics for a second. Cause okay, so yeah, the stars are working correctly. That must be. That's got to be protospasm, yeah. Cool. Yeah, nice pants, by the way. Okay, cool. All right, so I'm just gonna leave that on screen because, like I said earlier, I want to keep an eye on the game so that if it does anything weird, I'll be more likely to notice it. Um, so there's this small tunnel of bin rays that'll be just like cascading off in this direction. I hope you don't mind. Okay. So this event succeeds unless too many players all choose the same action. Or actually, no, that's not even the right thing. Because like, no, so it should actually be in this event. In this event, each action succeeds independently, independently, unless too many players choose the same action. Unless too many, each action succeeds independently unless too many players choose it. Actually, I guess choose it. Um, Succeeds. I can spell Success. That's the way we spell success. Go Otters. Go. I was on a team once. It was a swim team. We were the Otters. All right. I don't know why that's still in my brain, but okay. Main event text. Yeah, that doesn't change. So the success outcomes. What happens if players successfully successfully successfully, I don't know. What if the players succeed? Yeah, just succeed. What happens if the players succeed? I won't be because like these outcomes they don't necessarily correspond to the action. They just I mean with with the balance with the balance type events in general, it's more of like a like it's more about like the whole event than like the individual things. Except the fail cases do tend to reference the individual things. So yeah, so for the success outcome, that can just be what happens if the players succeed. And then for the other outcomes, it can be what happens if too many players choose the first action. And then yeah, unlike the other case, we don't worry about if not enough players choose the other actions, because that's not the problem. It's not about whether it's not about that. It's just like, so for example, in like the Hall of Treasures, it's not, so yeah, in the Hall of Treasures, you have the option to go for the gold or go for the ancient relics, and it's if too many people go for the gold, the problem isn't technically that not enough people went for the relics. It's just that too many people went for the gold. Like, hypothetically, if no one went for the relics, like, that would technically be kind of okay, except that everyone's going for the gold. And like, the reason it doesn't literally work that way is because this event the event system scales based on the number of players. So the implication, so like if everyone goes for the gold, if whatever number of players go for the gold and no players go for the relics, then that actually, the game actually technically defines that as too many players. But right. So what happens if too many players choose the fourth action? Yes. Okay. Too many players. Hopefully it's clear enough that this is a fail outcome, or like a negative outcome based on. And it's not actually. No, you know what? These aren't actually even negative outcomes, because like in these outcomes, like this is just a. Yeah, right. So if too many players choose the first action, that actually probably means that almost no one chose the other actions, right? Or like if too many players chose this one, then there, very few to no people chose the other actions, and therefore those ones probably succeeded. So yeah, these aren't actually literally fail cases. So yeah, right. So, interestingly enough, the event type random X actually is most similar to the vote, but whatever. I'll just keep cloning from the bottom of the list because it involves less moving stuff around or whatever. Actually, I'll literally clone from the bottom of the list. Clone. What haven't I cloned yet? Clone. Yeah, there we go. All right. So move this stuff up. Doop-a-doop. I I honestly like don't know what's going through my brain when I stop bouncing up and down. Like I don't know. I still haven't isolated exactly like what causes me to just stop. I know deep thought does it. Sometimes if I'm really trying to figure something out, I'll be like, wait. But I'm never like I don't know. My goal is not specifically to stop like bouncing up and down at any point. It's just that sometimes oh if I'm doing precise mouse movements, I think that's one of them too. Because it's slightly harder to do precise mouse movements when bouncing up and down. But no, I never. I rarely ever think to myself, "Oh, I should stop doing that." What always happens is at a certain point, I'll be like, "Wait, why am I not doing that?" um, so I'm just really out of the habit. All right, so this is random. Random does not have a neutral outcome. There has to be a. So actually, I just didn't have to clone that one, but whatever. All right, so main event text, blah blah. All right, so in this event, uh, one action, one action will succeed. Uh, Chosen at random. Chosen at random at the end of the event. Yeah. Cool. So the main event text, same as multi, same action one outcome. So what happens if the first action wins? Yeah. Yeah, like I said, this one has a lot in common with like votes or random has it almost has a lot in common with voting because it's kind of like voting where it's like voting in a rigged election kind of because like you vote but then it doesn't really matter what the outcome is per se. So what happens if the second action wins? And then yada yada. What happens if the third action wins? And lastly, what happens if the fourth action wins? Doop-a-doop. Uh, um, hey, look, I am getting the swing. Hold on, wait for it. I'm getting the swing of things. Bam. Yeah, no. Whoa, that was so. Did you see how close to the wire that was? Like, oh man. On my screen, both lines of text like showed up at the exact same time. That would have been really awkward if mine showed up just like a split second too late. um, Sweet. See, I'm getting better. Like I said, I'm okay at this game now. I can figure this out. I can do this. I can handle it. Sorry, I'm just like moving things around slightly. There we go. Okay. Oh, I bet it would look really funny if I bounced up and down while in while making the screen look weird. Sorry, that just amuses me. Okay. Uh, so, all right. I just have one more to go, right? Oh, and I'll have to set up the I'll just oh, so yeah. No, actually, no. Since I'm not testing this as much, before I forget, I'm going to make these questions required again, and actually, as soon as I set up the next one, I can actually start setting up the go-to page based on answer, right? Because like vote should go to vote, vote X should go to vote X, balance should go to balance, balance X should go to balance X, random should go to random, and yeah, I haven't put in random X yet, but that should be done. Excuse me. The other thing is, oh yeah, all right, let's just clone this as usual. Um, because the other thing I'll do after doing random x will be what oh the like the final page. There'll be like the last, like the wrap up page. There'll be the page where like do you have any questions, or like do you have any additional or not questions, but do you have any additional comments? And then the other thing on that page is like there's just going to be like a very a question that's very much like actually, you know what, I might put this on the first page. There's just going to be like a question like please confirm that you agree to, like the most legally sounding, like the like whatever, like the user end user license agreement sort of section. I'm of course not a lawyer, but I basically just want to I mean, like, the reason those documents exist is so that people understand what they're getting into, and like getting into like a legally binding situation. And like I don't like I'm not like like I said, I'm not a lawyer, and that's not what this is about. But I mean, like the other, yeah. So the just because this is not like a particularly legal situation, or like not to imply that this is illegal, but like to say that this is, just because this is not a situation where legality is not the topic. It's still important to convey those messages sometimes, I guess, just so that people do understand what the heck is going on, right? So like the whole point of it is just basically like, in case you accidentally came to this form, if in case you just accidentally like found this link somewhere on the internet, and uh that's a lot of information there, Benga Linksy. Some people might say too much information. But I'm not here to judge. Hey, congratulations that you're a fan on leveling up. Okay. Uh, okay, so random X. Did I finish whatever train of thought I was on before I got distracted by chat? Hopefully. Alright, so in this event, any number of actions can succeed, chosen at random at the end of the event. Uh, any number, or so in this event, every action yields a random amount of success. Uh, uh, Decided at the end of the event. Decided at the end. Okay, so yeah, so in this event, every action yields a random amount of success, or otherwise, uh, or failure, I guess. I mean, it's like you can't literally fail in this game, because like no matter, even if you get like the least exciting outcome, you still gain some experience. So like you can't literally fail, but like you can get the outcome that's least successful. But people understand what failure is, so I'm just gonna imply. I'm just gonna. I don't. I avoid the word failure because it's not technically accurate, but it does get the point across. Like when you say the word failure, people know what you're talking about. Oh yeah, how do the stars look in the cave? Yeah, I just have to bring the cave up. Like the cave, like was it you, Protospasm, that pointed out that the cave looks like a canyon now that the sky's behind it? I just need to bring the cave wall up. Uh yeah, because it's weird. It's just weird. It's just weird to see that. Um Also, yeah, and so another reason to do that now is because the star. It looked better if the star had like a flush backing instead of having like, because right now it's like it's right across that split, which just looks weird. So it'd be nicer if it had like a solid background to it. Oh, do I have a? Did I get my silver star for participating in those events? Yay! Oh yeah. Speaking of energy. Yeah. How's energy working out? So I'm just gonna do, yeah. Just check out what the current energy situation is. Actually. All right. So that's pretty good. So Protospasm, who's been participating in pretty much every event, has like 4.27, whereas I have like 2.59. So I definitely don't have as much because I haven't been participating as much. So it might be that the energy is fading a little too fast, but actually I never want that. I never actually want the energy to get too high. Like I actually like that it stays like relatively contained. I mean, I guess actually it could get really high, right? Because like, huh. I guess it could actually get high because it is progressively creeping upwards. Like it was 3 here. Oh well, it's hard to say because like I mean it is based on experience, and I was inadvertently sabotaging Protospasm on some of those events. So, all right, so no, this is probably fine for now. Uh, yeah, but I'll keep an eye on it. Yeah, so it seems I'd say like it probably seems to be working out okay so far because like Protospasm and I are the only people who've been uh, okay. The yeah, so it was we've been the only ones like actively participating, and we're the only people with stars. Protospasm has been doing much better than I have, uh, so Protospasm has the gold star, and I have the silver star. So far, so good. Uh, um, yeah, how are the sizes of the stars? The I think the silver star might still be a little too high up, because like it's smaller. It's much like the gold star is bigger. Like not much bigger, but like the gold star is like pointedly bigger than the silver star. So just like the silver star being as small as it is at that height, it feels a little bit a little like far away. Like it's like a little separated, like a little detached almost. So I kind of want to bring that down a little bit further. I can just actually that's really easy. Why don't I just do that right now? um, where is it? It's an art. I finally made an art folder, although there's barely anything in it yet. And so yeah, I'm just gonna shove the data down. So instead of -30, it'll be -28. So I'll just push it down 2 more pixels. Save that. Right? It goes in the positive direction. Yeah, downwards is the positive direction for whatever reason. So, and the other thing I could do is I could actually like edit the file, but whatever. Now I'll do that later, if ever. Okay. Uh, so cool. Uh, wow, look at all these adventures too. Is the bot army back, or are people just filtering in? Hey everyone. um, so yeah, and we're almost done with this thing too, so we can actually get on to I don't know. This is like the most meta thing I think I've ever done on stream. Like it's like the least game dev thing I've done on stream. I mean, it is technically game dev, sort of. It's like I don't know. It's part. I never know where to draw that line. Like, what part of game dev will people like find like so not? Because like if you're not like coding and you're not making art, like is it really game dev? Like yeah, it's obviously really game dev, but like I don't know. It just sometimes doesn't feel like game dev. Okay. So this is a text start event. Yeah. So this select this option. Blah blah. What happens if the first action? Oh yeah. So right. So like voting again. Like this isn't again. This isn't if the first action wins. This is if the first action is most popular. Uh, because yeah. Random X has like the most detachment from like what the outcome of the event is based or from what like the literal experience based outcome is versus what the what I mean I could change it. Right now it's like it just goes by literally whoops I didn't need to change that. It literally just goes by like voting like the although the experience isn't based on voting, the chosen outcome is just entirely based on voting. um i could uh I could change it so that it kind of like averages the two, like it goes by like what is the most popular successful, or like what is the most successful one that someone chose, or like I don't know, I could change that up. Maybe I should, like maybe now's the time to do that because it might just make more sense. Wait, wasn't that the? Didn't we just get that event? Huh. Oh, yeah. Oh, that's funny. Oh, you know what's funny? Okay. We just got the same event twice in a row. Hey, Jacko, welcome. How's it going? Did I say hi? I forget if I said hi, but welcome. You know what's funny? I took out the. It used to be the case that you couldn't get the same event twice in a row. Now you can. I took out because I took out the thing that makes it so that you absolutely can't get the same thing twice in a row. But the only time you get the same thing twice in a row is actually it checks twice now, or it tries twice now. So instead of just picking one randomly, it picks one randomly, it checks if it's the same one, and then it picks another one randomly. So in order to get something twice in a row now, you literally have to get it 3 times in a row because it has to pick it, realize, no, wait, that's the same one, and then pick again and end up with the same one again. I could add in more error checking so that it keeps trying to pick new ones until it finds one that's that's actually new. But yeah, maybe I should. Oh, I think the reason I didn't do that before is because I was planning on changing the event system in other ways, like by introducing, well, yeah, the next thing basically. So I might get to that. I might just change it so that you can't get the same thing twice in a row. But uh, um, uh, I get my foot caught on a branch, uh, and just kind of swing in the breeze, is what happens to me. But that can't. Whoa! I keep waiting so long to submit those, and I end up saying it right before the cutoff. I swear I'm not cheating. Like, I'm literally just getting these things in just on time. But like, wow, this is the second time in a row. All right. Yeah. Okay. So this is like almost done now. All right. So the last things to do are to I have to set up that this one goes to page random x, and then so yeah. Yeah. So I add in a new a final page. So the last page will be I'll just call it last page. And then yeah, so these all of the previous pages, all of the pages that represent event types, like those all just go to the last page. Like you don't step through those sequentially because that would be obnoxious. They all just go to the last page. So yeah. All right, this one, oh, well, there's no really. So the continue to the next page thing is kind of a lie because actually this is what chooses what page to go to. So I think I can just leave that how it is. I think I can just leave that how it is, yeah. I should test all this stuff before I put it live. Alright, so what goes on the last page? The last page... Actually, I guess if yeah, no, I was gonna say if I put the question about if I put in the question about the like the legalese, like the terms of service question or whatever, the if I put that on the first page, and I could just put the like additional comments thing on the I'll put this stuff on the last page, because I also want it to be like, yeah, I don't know, this is fine. All right, so paragraph text, additional comments. Yes. So if you, I'll just say like if you have a strong understanding of some of the game systems not represented in this. Oh, I forgot one of the event types. All right, well it'll be easy enough to add that in. uh, down the line. Yeah, okay. So, if you have a strong understanding of some of the game systems not represented in this document, or not represented in this form, no, I'm not even going to mention it. I'm just going to say additional comments, and this is where, well, yeah, no, I'll just say additional comments. I'll just leave it as that, and then, and so then the last item will be a text question, and it's going to be, so the question title is, uh, so yeah, right. So the last question is basically like, I don't know, like, do you agree to, um, uh, um, so I basically like, are you, so like, please confirm, your, please confirm you wish to submit this event to possibly appear in side quest. Yes, I guess. So basically, the help text is uh, I don't even know. Like, what do these things tend to say? Like, um, what, what is it? Yeah, what is it that I want to confirm? Like, uh, so like by, uh, so yeah, by agreeing, to submit. I should just use plain language. I shouldn't make it like sound all like fancy because I'm not a lawyer, so I shouldn't make it try and sound like I shouldn't try and pretend to be one, right? I mean, I'm not. Not that I'm pretending to be a lawyer. Gosh, I just the way like my language patterns are not very precise, so like so far. I've said what? I've implied that I might have been pretending to be a lawyer, which I'm not. And what was the other thing? Oh yeah, I said that this topic was not legal, uh, which might sound like it would be illegal, but no, it's simply not pertain. This topic does not directly pertain to legality. I should be. I don't know. Context. I sometimes lack it. Okay. So, so please confirm you wish to uh, you wish to submit this event to possibly appear in SideQuest. I won't mention possibly there. So by agreeing to, or if you choose to submit this quest. Oops, this wow. I was thinking quest and it just automatically my brain or my fingers automatically typed to do you allow the trusty bard to sing Legend of the Stone? Yeah, sure. I guess like I don't. Yeah, there's nothing necessarily in what trusty bard says to imply whether it's spoken word or sung, but 12-page user agreement. My goal is for this agreement to be like actually like something that you can read, like but hey Z-Mike, how's it going? Um, yeah, if I ever make like a very bard-like character for the oh yeah, maybe I should do that. Because like I sometimes I was well, so, the first thing I thought of was like when I make an actual like bard-like character, I should. Yeah, well, okay. I mean, I guess it's kind of the same thought. I've been saying like with Trusty Bard, like I kind of want Trusty Bard not to like constantly be changing like everyone else does. I kind of want Trusty Bard to like be recognizable in the like without even have his name tag showing up. Just like I don't know, maybe it's fine that he levels up like everyone else, but yeah, I was thinking I might like lock him to like a specific level set, so or like a specific set, so that like he wasn't he was like I just said recognizable, not constantly changing, um, and I guess maybe once if like it's almost inevitable that I'm going to actually add like a bard, like a legit bard class type, just as part of the character progression. So I guess that would be like the sensible place to lock it in, because then yeah, Trusty Bard could I mean, like I have like control over like the character's arms. So like if I felt like it, I could hypothetically like instead of just having the arms like out to the side like they usually are, I could actually have like I could actually have the character art like actually like holding like a lute or like whatever stringed instrument or like whatever instrument like just yeah, that could be nice. Maybe that one. Maybe that outfit set will even have like little musical notes that like pop out, like like a little whatever. All right, so if you choose to submit this quest, uh, it uh, it may get added to the quest database uh, uh, for uh, side quest. If so, it would appear at it could uh, it could appear or it could yeah, no, it could get used, or it could be used. It could no, whatever. It could appear uh, sometimes, sometimes. Uh, uh, w- uh, it could appear sometimes in the game as it runs. Right? That's like how it works, right? I don't. What is it? What am I? What's the point that I'm trying to convey here? If you choose to submit this quest, it may get added to the quest database for side quest. If so, it could appear sometimes uh, uh, in the game uh, as it runs. I don't know. That's the point, right? It's like the point of this is to be clear about like what this is for. Uh, uh, um, um, so it could appear sometimes in the game as it runs, or uh, it could appear sometimes in the normal operation. No, I don't know what I'm trying to say here. It basically it's just like it's in the game, right? It's part of the game. Like you submit the quest, and then it's part of the game, and the game uses the quest, or sometimes the quest occurs. Sometimes the so if so the or so yeah so right so if so the so yeah right I'll be very specific. So if so the text content uh, uh, could appear uh, in the in the wait what actually one funny thing about this is that I'm actually not certain how I plan on using that text. or like I have like some ideas of like how I might use the text that is different than how it currently gets used. So I guess the game may reproduce this text in I guess various formats. As the so the game may reproduce the text in various formats in the normal course of wait what is it? So like various formats, including or yikes! I really don't know what I'm trying to say. Oh yeah, okay, all right, you got that. Uh, uh, maybe purchase the text. Um, She should submit this quest. The she should submit this quest. The game may reproduce this text in. So if you choose to you choose to submit this quest, the game side quests uh, side quest may reproduce the quest texts intermittently uh, intermittently uh, as the game runs. Yeah, I mean that's the gist of it, right? Like it's basically like if you submit this text, it might appear in the game. That's the point, right? Uh, and this the whole point of this question is just to confirm that we're all on the same page. This is why it's getting submit. This is what it's getting used for. So if you choose to submit this quest, side quest may reproduce the quest text intermittently. Uh, so like while the game runs. Oh yeah, I guess I should mention that. I mean, I mentioned it at the start of the form, but I should. I guess it probably wouldn't hurt to reiterate that events are not added automatically. First, they're subject to review. So yeah, so uh, event submissions or quest submissions. Am I calling these quests or events? No, I'm calling these events, right? Yeah, right. Because they're not really events. So yeah, right. So I should be consistent about that. If you choose to submit this event, side quest may reproduce the event. So I'll call it the software. I won't call it side quest. The software may reproduce this event text intermittently while the game runs. Events are subject to review. So events are, hey, it's the waterfall. That doesn't animate. Why did I even mention it? It's fine. It's a waterfall. It's just not. Maybe it's animating just very subtly. Yeah, it's got a very subtle animation to it. That's what it is. It's not that it's not animating. It's just very subtle. Whoops. Oh, hey. Sorry. Batu Hanekati. How's it going? Welcome. I'm doing quite well. I'm like pretending. No, I almost said the same thing I said earlier, but no. What am I doing? I'm basically like trying to write like the. It's not like the terms of service or whatever. Not like literally, but like basically like I'm making this I'm making this form, and at the end of the form, I basically just want to like confirm that like everyone understands what the form is about. So like, what do I have so far? If you choose to submit this event, the software may reproduce the event text intermittently while the game runs. Oh man, it just sounds so clumsy, and it's probably just going to. So events are subject to review. Events are subject to review. Not all events. So not all submitted events are guaranteed to get added to the game. Um, so maybe I should put this on the front page because like I don't know if someone has like a, I mean like I don't know. I don't want to like I don't want this to be like a terrible surprise at the end. So maybe, yeah, maybe I should add this to the front page. Uh, and then the last page will just be for additional comments. Yeah, well, I'll write it here and then I can move it to whatever page I feel like moving it to. Okay, so please confirm you wish to submit this event to appear in SideQuest. Uh, well, yeah, so I'll say please confirm you wish to submit. No, it should be at the end of the form because it should be after the part where you actually. Yeah, no, this is fine. Okay. If you choose to submit this event, the software may reproduce the event text intermittently while the game runs. Events are subject to review. Not all submitted events are guaranteed to get added to the game. Uh, uh, is there anything else that we need to say about this? It's like um, I don't know if those are real terms relevant here, but like yeah, the surrender. I don't know. I guess like yeah. I just whenever I think of surrender, I just think of like waving the white flag sort of thing. But uh, I, yeah. Okay. Those covers that covers like the two major points, I guess. Like, if you submit the event might get used. It might not get used. Those are like the only two major points to make. All right. So then I'll just say if you agree, uh, if you agree. Uh, so if you choose to submit this event, the software may reproduce. So if you agree, so type the name of a super cool dinosaur into the following text field. Yeah. So it's text and it's a required question and yeah. All right. So let's look at how that looks in the live form. So name on Twitch, blah blah. Continue, and then blah 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 blah. This is the worst event. Is that? Oh, so I missed one. All right. So then continue, and then all right. So last page, additional comments. Yep. And then please confirm you wish to submit the event to appear in SideQuest. If you choose to submit this event, software. I should be more specific, like the software, because there's no mention to software before here. So I should say like the SideQuest software or something like that. May reproduce the event text intermittently while the game runs. Events are subject to review. Not all submitted events are going. I don't have to add. I already mentioned the thing about subject to review, so I don't have to mention that again. I can cut that out and just say not all submitted events are guaranteed to get added to the game. If you agree, type the name of a super cool dinosaur in the following text field. Cool. And so there's not actually any validation there, except that it's a required field, right? It's a required field. The verification there will just be manual for me. I'll just have to look at the data that comes in through this field and check which ones are dinosaurs and which ones are not dinosaurs. I'm not going to use dinosaurs though. I just put that in there because it was the first thing that came to mind. Instead I'm actually going to do what? First I'm going to change the text. So if you choose to submit this event, the side quest software may reproduce the event text intermittently while the game runs. So not all submitted events are guaranteed to get added to the game pending review. I'll just say that pending review. If you agree, type the name of a delicious fruit or vegetable into the following text field. Actually, I want to put vegetables first. A delicious vegetable or fruit into the... I'm doing fruit or vegetable because some people might put tomato, not realizing that it's like a fruit technically. And I don't want their submission to get invalidated because they didn't realize that tomatoes are fruits. Yeah. Actually, yeah, that's a good point. Like Swagosaurus, like is that satisfactory for like the because like this question is supposed to be like vaguely like I don't know, whatever. This question is supposed to be like straightforward, right? It's not. There's not supposed like the point is not ambiguity. The point is like if anything like a little extra clarity. So, delicious vegetable or fruit that should be satisfactory. Okay. What else was I going to change? Was I going to change? I feel like I was going to change the text there, but I was going to change one other thing as well, right? I was going to... Shoot, I forget. I was going to... What? Everything here seems fine. And then, right, so... Should be fine. Was there something... Was there something else? Maybe that was it. Additional comments. Yeah. And then please confirm you wish to submit the event to appear in SideQuest. If you choose to submit the event, the SideQuest software may reproduce the event text intermittently while the game runs. Not all submitted events are guaranteed to get added to the game pending review. If you agree, type the name of a delicious vegetable or fruit into the following text field. I don't have to specify the following text field. I'll just say type the name of a delicious vegetable or fruit. No, that's fine. I want it to be slightly buried so that if you just skim the text, you actually have to like read the text. Oh yeah, actually, yeah, no, I'll do that too. Actually, I'll bury it slightly further, just so that people, because it's 2 sentences. Like, just I know like terms of service are like annoying and like no one reads them, or like a lot people are strongly disinclined to read them, but like I'm really trying to make this one doable, and so yeah. All right, there we go. Good. All right. Did I say hi, If Dog, then? I forget. Bye. Hi, how's it going? Yeah, let's, so that's like it. That's like everything that needs to be done. And now everything is magically done, and it's all good to go, and like it's now usable and stuff. So submit an event for SideQuest. Events are not added automatically. First, they're subject to review. If you have questions about the form or how events work, please ask. And then, right, so let me just double check that I got these right. So vote, if I do vote type, then, oh yeah, I need to, so submit an event, so vote. And you can go back if you change your mind, right? So vote, this type of event succeeds if players can decide on a single action. Actually, I should probably say like agree instead of decide. Yeah, so I'll just do like a quick pass on like some of the little details, but like okay, so this type of event succeeds if the players can agree on a single type of action. Oh, I can work on it as I look at it. I don't have to I don't have to keep closing it every time I want to change stuff. Alright, so yeah. Alright, so this is the text of this. So main event text. This is the text at the start of the event, like when Trusty Bard says "Hark," max 280 characters. I don't really explain the other text fields, so maybe I don't really have to. No, that's fine. Main event text, yeah. I'll explain that one, and then the outcomes, they kind of speak for themselves. So, all right. So multi-select this option if each player can choose multiple actions for this event. Otherwise, each player can only choose one action. Yeah. Simple enough. It's a checkbox. Failed outcome. What happens if the vote is split and none of the actions win? Yeah. What happens if the first action wins? What happens if the second action wins? If your event only has 2 actions, please ignore this question. What happens if the third action wins? If your event has 3 or fewer actions, please ignore this question. What happens if the fourth action wins? Cool. Seems legit. Alright, what about vote X? Vote X. In this type of event, each action can succeed if enough players choose it. This is the text at the start of an event, like when Trusty Bard says "Hark." Select this option if each player can choose multiple actions for this event. Otherwise, each player can only choose one action. Action 1 outcome. What happens if the first action is most popular? What happens if the second action is most popular? What happens? So if your event only has 2 actions, please ignore this question. What happens if the third action is most popular? Max 140 characters. Yeah, blah, blah, blah. If your event has 3 or fewer actions, please ignore this question. What happens if the fourth action is most popular? Excellent work, everyone. You guys are much better at rescuing villagers than I am. Alright, yeah, so that's all good. Balance. I'm not really expecting, like, major typos here. I just, like, whatever. Alright. Balance. This event succeeds if players can work together to cover all available actions. To cover? To complete all available actions. I'll say instead. So because like cover, I don't know, that's ambiguous. Complete all available actions. I mean, complete doesn't really capture it either, but like, yeah, no, that's better, I guess, maybe. I don't know. So that text doesn't change. What happens so success outcome, what happens if players successfully, oh yeah, again, so what happens if players successfully complete all actions? Complete all actions, yes. And then what happens if too many players choose the first action and not enough players choose the other actions? What happens if too many players choose the second action and not enough players choose the other actions? Excuse me. Comega, you troll. Yeah, alright. Alright. I'm climbing stairs is what I'm doing actually, Clapper. That's the fact that I'm bouncing up and down is because of that. That is actually in my frequently asked questions section. As you might imagine. Alright, so what happens if too many players choose the first... Okay, so too many players choose the second action, not enough players choose the other action. If the event only has 2 actions, please ignore this question. What happens if too many players choose the third action, not enough players choose the other actions? If your event has 3 or fewer actions, please ignore this question. What happens if too many players choose the fourth action and not enough players choose the other actions? Cool. I feel like I should probably I should probably say, like, on the main event text, I should probably add in like a thing like, please include your action tags in the main event text, because like, since I'm not doing the thing where like you like they those that the like you never there's no other place where you input your action tags. Like, I guess it should probably be, if I should probably should be clear up front, because like I feel like that's probably going to be like, if anything is going to cause people to like accidentally mess up their submission. Like, I feel like that's going to be one of them. All right, so this is the text at the start of the event, like when Trusty Bard says "Hark." Uh, uh, Please include. So yeah, so please include the include two or more, or I'll just specifically say like 2 to 4 action tags to represent the actions for the event. Hopefully that's clear enough. And then I'll do this for each of the pages. So yeah. So please include 2 to 4 action tags to represent the actions for the event. So actually, wait, no. I'll say like. So please include 2 to 4 action tags. Words. Oh yeah. Oh, I'm not. Yeah, I never validate the action tags either. So maybe I won't. Maybe I won't add this extra text. Maybe if players don't add their own. If players forget to add the action tags, then I can just do it manually. Although, if I'm going to be editing this text, I should probably indicate that in the submission form too. Yeah, I should add that to the. So wait, hold on. How do I? Yeah, okay, that's how I had it before. Yeah, if I'm going to be so yes, for the agreement thing. So So not all submitted events are guaranteed to get added to the game pending review. Some event text may require modification to accommodate the to accommodate technical constraints or technical specifications or technical requirements. Yeah. Okay. Just in case, like, because if someone leaves out the action tags, I don't want to just say like, oh no, I'm gonna throw your event away. Like, oh, we can't use that one, right? Yeah. Yeah, I'm climbing stairs. I'm from New England. I've lived in New England, in the United States my entire life. So like for those of you not familiar with the geography, it's like in the northeastern region of the United States. Like, it's where like New York and Boston, like that whole situation. It's yeah. So that's I've lived here in New Hampshire and Massachusetts my entire life, pretty much. Oh no, yeah, yeah. No, that's true. Okay. No, my brother lived in Florida for like the first year of his life, but I wasn't alive then. My family, yeah. All right. Well, anyways, this is too much information. All right. Okay. Yeah. Okay. So I think that's the better way to do it, because like I don't want people to like I don't want to. I think most people will know like what the action tags are, and I think most people will know to include the action tags. But in the case that like people don't know what the action tags are, I don't want to explain to someone like what the action tags are. I just want to make sure that that is correct, and so I'd rather just like add the action tags in manually, I think. Um, so yeah, so what I will add in is into this description is I'll say so this is the text at the start of the event, like when Trusty Bard says hark. I can actually get rid of the like when Trusty Bard says hark thing, because that's uh, uh, hmm. So this is the quest at the start of the event. Please include at least please include 2 to 4, at least 2. Please include. Now, if I say at least 2, like it sounds like maybe 5 is a valid number, but if 5's not a valid number, it has to be like I impose the limit at 4. So I mean 2 is like usually the correct number. No, that's not necessarily true. All right, yeah. So please include 2 to 4 action tags. Excuse me. Include 2 to 4 possible actions for players. Maybe I'll just I don't know. This is the text at the start of the event. This is the text at the start of the event. Please include please include so what look I like the instead of like telling people what to put in, I prefer asking like leading questions so that like the person doesn't have to like figure out what to write. They can basically just answer the question and then they're good to go. So this is the text at the start of the event. Actually I'll get rid of that part too. I'll just say so what is happening in this event. Please include 2 to 4 possible actions for players. Main event text. What is so? Wait, is that? No, maybe I should add in the leave in the part about like this is the text at the start of the event. This is the text at the start of the event. What is happening in what's happening? What is whatever. This is the text at the start of the event. Please include 2 to 4 possible actions for players. This is the text at the start of the event. I don't know how to pronounce your name, but I'm gonna give it a shot. And I've been saying Batu Hanekati as how to pronounce your name, but I'm just pronouncing it. Oh wait. Oh, wait. You referred to yourself as Batuhan, so maybe I should I call you that? I guess I don't know. Again, I'm probably not pronouncing it correctly, but whatever. All right. All right. After this event, Jocko, I'll sign you up as GM. All right. So this is the text. This text at the start of the event. So I'll just say like to describe describe what's happening. Whatever. Yeah, that's fine. I don't know. It's not exactly what I was thinking of. Not exactly how I was thinking of it, but this is like, I don't know, that kind of hits on all the major points. So all right, so I'm just gonna replace that in a few places, and then we're good, or at least, and then we're good with that. And we might be good with the entire thing actually, because there's not. I mean, I've at this point I've like looked over pretty much everything there is. Oh, I'll screen for typos in a few more of the forms, but then yeah, this is like, I don't know. I'm feeling good about this at this point. Like I think we've covered pretty much all the bases, and yeah. So as soon as I'm done with this, I'll link it to chat too, so that in case, I don't know, if anyone's like chomping at the bit, like just can't wait to get started with it. Then it, I think as soon as I like hit the submit button, it like basically goes live and it becomes usable. So I already checked balance, balance X. So yeah, balance X. In this event, each action succeeds independently unless too many players choose it. This is the text at the start of the event to describe what's happening. Please include 2 to 4 possible actions for players. Max 280 characters. Yeah. All right. So select this option if each player can choose multiple actions for this event. Otherwise, yeah, no, that's okay. What happens if the players succeed? Yeah, success outcome. What happens if too many players choose the first action? Actually, maybe I'll call that the perfect outcome instead of the success outcome, because like I was saying before, it's not like the other outcomes are like failure outcomes. It's just I'll call this like perfect outcome, which I guess, I don't know, that, yeah, no, that, whatever, that's fine. All right. So success outcome, or perfect outcome. So okay, action 1 outcome. What happens if too many players choose the first action? Action 2 outcome. What happens if too many players choose the second action? Please ignore this question. What happens if too many players choose the third action? Please ignore this question. What happens? Yep. Okay. I don't have to read the full text of like all of these things. I mean, some of these might be. I might have a typo in here, in which case I'll be embarrassed. But whatever. Oh wow. Wait, why did that start as selected as multi? Is that because I had clicked it, or is it because does that form actually start? No, I must have just accidentally clicked it or something. Okay. Wait a second. But I just got to this form. Why would it? Hold on, wait. Sorry. Did I just accidentally like make it so that one like defaults as checked, or am I just like really careless with what I've been clicking? Random. Or no, I don't know. I don't know what happened there. Whatever. And it's not like it necessarily matters if it defaults on or off. All right. So what happens if the first action? So yeah, what happens if the first action wins? What happens if the second action wins? What happens if the third action wins? What happens if the fourth action wins? Cool. The oops, I didn't actually mean to close that. Yeah, what did I call the success outcome or the perfect outcome for? So yeah, oh yeah, no, for these it doesn't have a perfect outcome. It has a failed outcome potentially. So yeah, so wait, what about for balance? Is this one called? So yeah, success outcome. I'll also call that. I'll just be consistent and call that the perfect outcome as well. Perfect outcome. I mean, that could go either way, really. Alright, so doop doop. Yeah, and so the last one to look at would be the random X, and in this event, every action yields a random amount of success or failure decided at the end of the event. Main event text. This is the text at the start of the event to describe what's happening, blah blah. What happens if the first action is most popular? Oh yeah, that's the thing I was thinking of changing. Is oh yeah, okay. Oops, sorry. What am I doing? Crown Jocko Diem. Execute. Whoop. Sorry, 1 second, Jocko. I just crashed the script. Apparently. Oh. What? GM nudge cur. I was changing this stuff yesterday. Apparently not for the better. GM nudge cur. What? I don't remember changing this. Oh, wait a second. Why would this even be evaluating? Oh no, for init GM. Yeah. Wait, what? I what? I don't remember changing this stuff. Um, how is GM nudge cur? Maybe I just accidentally deleted the part where we initialize it or something. Yeah, because it apparently doesn't exist. How did that disappear? GM nudge. I have no freaking clue. That disappeared. Um. All right. So GM nudge cur. Where is it supposed to be defined? Oh, dir, not cur. I must have just typoed it and like. Okay, that's weird. It's supposed to it's supposed to be GM nudge dir, because that's something that exists, right? I typoed it once and then copy and pasted it several times over. This CUR, I was thinking like, is it supposed to be current? Is that what it's supposed to mean? Like, is that actually supposed to be a thing? Oops, nope. I accidentally pasted my clipboard there. No, that's not what I meant to do. So now, yeah, so that should be fine now. Oh, maybe, yeah, I might change how outcome. I might change right now quickly uh, how vent type 1 chooses its outcome. Because right now it's like, it just goes with the popular option, and I don't necessarily want that to be the case. I think I might go with the most successful option of all of the chosen options instead. So like, right now, yeah, hold on, let me just take a quick peek at this, because I think it shouldn't be difficult to change. And it was something that I hadn't really thought about much, but then like when I started to like in that form, like the quest submission form, like when I started to explain like how, how it would work so that people writing those events would understand like what to expect, it occurred to me like, you know what, outcome equals APOP is a little bit bland kind of. So I think I want to say, um so yeah, okay, so how about instead, what if like, so if, so, I mean, if APOP, because if APOP comes out perfect, then like that's great. But then what if like APOP does, hmm. So, I, yeah, okay, wait, here, I'll just do it like this. So for B keys, alright, so, we'll call this, so like plist, uh, equals, an empty list, and then, nlist equals an empty list, and then uh, oh wait, no, uh, basically I want it. You know what? No, I want to have it set up. I was thinking of like, oh, so I was going to set up these lists, and then when things got, when things got assigned to like different points values, I was going to add them to the list. I actually don't think that's what I want to do. I think what I want to do is, basically, I mean, like the overall outcome that I want is that like if the most popular outcome is the most successful outcome, then it goes with that. But then like if the most popular outcome is less successful than the next most popular outcome, like I kind of want some way to like slant it and like decide. So I guess basically, well, no, I kind of want to. Yeah, no, maybe. Hmm. Yeah, I'm gonna balance it between the two. So, for example, I'm gonna. So yeah, okay. So I'm gonna say like what, like. Oh yeah, okay. So, right, I'll say. Uh, so I'll call this like I'll call this like O sort or whatever equals an empty list, and then so each time we iterate over B key, we're gonna say O sort dot append, and what's it gonna be? It's gonna be the math at the front is gonna be because it's gonna be a list of pairs. So the math at the front is going to be what? It's gonna be like the influence times the bonus value. So like when the influence is 0, or like when the bonus value is 0, then the influence will get zeroed out. If the bonus value is perfect, the influence will get doubled, and then we'll just go with the most influential of that list, I guess. So so append on what's it going to be? It's going to be uh, bonus dictionary index B key as we just assigned it times influence dictionary B key, right? Yes, influence dictionary B key. Yeah. Okay. So yeah, how do I describe this then? Like, how do um, how do I explain this like method of outcome selection? Um, I guess I'll just describe it very generically. All right, so influence influence dictionary index B key B key, and then it'll be oh yeah, and so then the second value in this list will be B key itself, and so then when we're done with that, we say O sort dot sort reverse equals true, and then we just go with index 0. Reverse equals true. I think that's how we do that. Like, wait, sort reverse, yeah, okay, reverse equals true, yeah, okay. And so yeah, so we say O sort reverse equals true, and then we can say outcome equals equals what? O sort index 0, index 1. Because it's the whatever gets sorted to the top of the list is the one with the highest like value there, and then index 1 is the B key, the name of that event, of that, the name of that. Yeah. Cool. Yeah, I think that's slightly better. Because it's like the alternative like sounded sometimes a little bit patronizing. Like, yeah, I don't know. Like, regardless of what went well and what didn't, it would always go with like the most popular option. Oh yeah, so I guess if none of them are successful, if none of the options that are chosen are successful, then huh. Yeah, it'll just go with a random one. I don't actually know if I necessarily want it to go with a random one though. So actually, I'm gonna change that math a little bit. It's gonna be bonus dict B key plus 1. Because I don't want it to get zeroed out if it's like 0. I just want it to get scaled down. So it'll be either times 2 if it's nice, or times 3 if it's perfect. So actually, maybe instead of times that, maybe I should actually go like raised to the power. Wait, raised to the 0 power equals 1. Raised to the first power is no change. Raised to the second power, wait. Nah, whatever. This is fine. It doesn't have to be like crazy perfect or whatever. um, so Bengalinksy, I'd have to say your chat contributions are definitely like over the line. So if you wouldn't mind just scaling it back a little bit, like it's at the point where like I'm gonna have to start moderating. So I don't like when you were just like harassing me, like I was like okay whatever, but like since you're starting to like kind of like you're kind of like getting all molesty to other people as well, that's when I have to start moderating. For example, like if you're making Jocko uncomfortable, I have to ban you. So if you could be so kind as to not creep people out, then I won't have to ban you, and everyone can be happy. So I hope that we can accomplish that. I'm gonna rinse your chat. Not it's not anything. I'm rinsing your chat just to be on the safe side. So yeah. Okay. Let's continue on. Uh, yeah. So okay. So that's all. That's good now. That works, I guess. And then so if something's really popular, like if everyone chooses like one option, if like 90% of people choose one option and only one person and like the other like very few people choose another option, even if that other option turns out perfect, it might still go with the more popular option. It's possible that that'll happen. um, um, yeah. Also, I I hope everyone does feel comfortable in chat. So I hope people will let me know if I miss something that I should be moderating, or just in general if I need to be if I just need to be aware of something. And just for no particular reason, I am going to I'm just going to give out a sword real quick. Okay, there we go. What was I doing here? Yeah, no, okay, no, I'm done here. This I think is okay. I mean, I'll take it for a test run, see how I feel about it. I might want to tweak something or change something, but I'm thinking it's probably going to be okay. And then, so I'll restart the script. Yeah, I can restart the script now, because it's been down long enough. And then, well, apparently not right now, but, what is this? Invalid syntax. I'm guessing I'm missing a parenthesis or something. Oh, I see what happened. I put the parenthesis. I put the open parenthesis outside of the brace. Yeah, it's supposed to be like that. Because it's bonus dictionary B key plus 1 times influence. Yes. Okay. Yes, that's good. You got it, Chaco. Alright, cool. Speaking of things that Jocko got, I think if I give them the crown now, that should probably work. Oh. No. What? More references to Kerr? I thought I got rid of all of them. Wait, whoa, how many freaking of these are there? Durr, not Kerr. I guess these are the last two. That's annoying. It's annoying. Such a dumb typo. Alright. Well, technically I only started the script once, Jocko. And every time after that, I was restarting it, right? Because every time after starting it the first time, it has been started before, and therefore I'm not starting it anymore, I'm restarting it. No, I mean, like, when I start the script at the beginning of the day, I don't call it restarting the script, but if the script goes down and I'm bringing it back up, then I say restarting. That's why I say restarting. Yeah, I mean, I guess technically it's I could accept that it's gone, and I could say we're starting it fresh and new all over again. Or, no, not even all over again. For the first time ever. For the grand reopening of... Alright. Alright, so while I'm giving the script a second to cool off, I'm gonna go back and fix, what was it? Oh, yeah, it was the, so it was random X now. It's gonna be... So what happens if the... Yeah, no, wait. So how do I describe this now? What happens if the first action is well, I'll just like I guess I'll just say like what I mean. It's like successful / popular is kind of what it is. Or popular, most successful or popular. Yeah, I don't know. Yeah, I mean that's kind of what we're defining here. So okay, done. What happens if the second action is most successful or popular? and then blah blah. What happens if the third action is most successful or popular? And then lastly, what happens if the fourth action is most successful or popular? All right, so I think I'm going to call this done now, pretty much.